No worries, my lacquer.
Hi, everyone. This is Norman Kochnick here.
Well, that's your hand anyway.
Episode 16.
16.
Of the gig, Banter Corner, talking about cricket with the most unlikeliest of characters, but they are of great interest. I'll start with Doofus with the Queensland athlete George Passara. Say hello.
Hello, everybody.
And then below me, which is appropriate, Giuseppe Terranova. How are you?
I'm good. Good evening, everybody. Good day. Good morning.
But
Ciao.
last but not least, a man that has a lot of questions to answer tonight about his so-called favourite rugby league club, the Manly Warringah Seagulls, or Puppy Gulls, whatever they call themselves. Manly Warringah. It's actually Babs, blue and black shirt, aka also known as Michael the dude. Oh no, Michael Anastasia. How are you?
Well done. How are you, fans? How are everyone else? Yeah, a bit of turmoil at Manly, isn't it, this week? I don't understand how something so small could be something so big now. And the scary...
Well, okay. Before we start, I've got to do a public announcement. A public announcement of great importance, everyone. Just to let you know that we're going to make things very clear here. We in Australia are supporting the pride or the honour of being the gay community in terms of the inclusiveness of that community into our Australian lifestyle, and it's something of a very important aspect. And the Manly Warringah Club has done very well. So whether you are someone who is inclusive in your nature and is inclusive of the gay community, or perhaps have a religious inclination where you do not believe in homosexuality, that's all well and good. The problem is neither the gay community or the religious area of our world, which is not in favour of it. The real issue here, guys, and I'm not going to apologise for this, is in fact one group of people. It's the Manly Warringah fan club, and Manly Warringah as a club. No matter whether there is an issue with who plays or doesn't play, the real issue is Manly can't play. Manly are using this as an excuse to cover the fact that they are horrible at playing. That's the real issue here. It's not about inclusivity, not about religious inclinations. It's about Manly being bloody hopeless at playing rugby league. I just want to get that clear up front.
I was wondering what you were getting on
about. How dare you slander my rugby league club? And if I was next to you now, I would headbutt you.
Well, I'm just clearing the air, Michael. There's a lot of conjecture about.
You know what the biggest problem is, and inclusive, exclusive. These guys are playing football. It shouldn't matter what do we care about jersey? What's on a jersey? What's not on it? Like, how stupid is all this? And the dumbest thing is, we're going to have 7 first graders out tomorrow, who will mean that we'll probably lose tomorrow, and we'll be out of the semi-final race because. And can I ask a question? SBW was allowed not to wear a jersey because of some bullshit, whatever he had. The guy that played for the Roosters, is it Suali? He was 17. He had a jersey that actually was unsponsored with the, I think it was Sportsbet or someone on there. He wore it because he was under 17. So when it suits them, why can the NRL say, yeah, you can have 2 jerseys, but when it doesn't? So the NRL's got a lot to answer for too, and all this bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. Can I say my 2 cents, and then George, you can say yours?
All right, thank you.
Is it only worth 2 cents though?
It is. I agree with you, but there's also you got to look at it 2 ways. Okay, there's 2 ways to look at it. I agree with their beliefs. Okay, and they say sport should never mix, like religion, sport, politics, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, I look at it like this: they get paid to play. All right, so they're contracted to the club to play. No matter what your shirt says or what your shirt doesn't say, you are required by your contract to take the field. Okay, and the whole fact that Manly did a dog act where they got their coach and their club captain to go and front the media when it had absolutely nothing to do with them, and it should have been the CEO and the manager of the football department or the manager of marketing fronting, because at the end of the day, what they've done is got to do with marketing, got nothing to do with playing the game itself. So the players that are contracted to the club to play should be taking the field. In my opinion, I'd be tearing up their contracts because they're not obligating, they're not doing what their contract states, whether it's religion or not, because you can't tell me that these guys here are not taking the field because of religion. All right. So in their religious beliefs, it's that they don't support that gender, but yet their religion beliefs also don't support gambling, don't support drinking, but yet they still wear on their shirts sponsors from gambling. So what's the difference? To me, it's being hypocritical. The club should have been a little bit more forefront in the fact of what they've done, but it's not a player's responsibility. You don't have to consult the players by who you're getting to sponsor, because at the end of the day, it's money coming into the club. They're contracted to do a job. It's the same as you, Michael, doing your job, your company, you're contracted to do it, and so you do it. You don't deviate and go, well, that I'm not happy with that, so I'm not going to play. Me, I'd be tearing up their contracts. That's how I see it.
That's more than
I think that's
by the way. That's more than.
All right, my say. Can I have my say?
Yeah, go on.
All right. I'm a bit with Giuseppe there. They've come out and said due to religious things that they're not happy with the way things have gone because they've got a rainbow colour on their jerseys, really. But yet, what part of their religion says they can they can work on a Sabbath? They play on a Saturday or a Sunday, whatever day that is. So they're picking and choosing what they want. Like Hopewadi back in the day, he chose not to play on a Sunday because of his religious beliefs. Fair enough. He did the right thing. But these guys are just picking and choosing what they want to do. Go out there. It doesn't matter what's on your jersey. Just go out there and play. Like you said, are they not going to play for Queensland because they've got a Forex sign on there? Their religion says they shouldn't be drinking? No. So, they should, A, be fined a fair bit, and B, I'm hoping they're not paying them for this week's game. Nothing's come out there because there's a lot of them are supporting them that they have choices. Yes, they have a choice. Well, if you don't want to, your choice is not to honour your contract, well, see you later. I'll find someone else who does.
Yeah. You know what? The wrong thing about this is every other club would have done the same thing as these 7 Manly players have done if the Polynesian. So the problem is that Manly got stung first. The other clubs might think about how they do it, and you'll find a different solution will be the outcome, not what happened.
Probably. But at the end of the day, you as a supporter, how frustrated, and look, for me, I don't really follow it a great deal, but I hope those 7 players that step in tomorrow night go out and play the games of their lives and actually beat the Roosters, and then turn around next week, should then start again, and those 7 players that don't play, don't. Is
play reserve grade.
Yeah,
can I just say one more thing, being the Manly supporter here? What annoyed me the most is people outside the club knew about the jersey first before the players. Now, we talk about inclusive. We talk about inclusive. All I'm saying is, would have been nice if the marketing team or whoever said, guys, we're going to wear this jersey. Don't bring it out and blow it all up, right? They could have solved this on Monday or earlier. We're going to play the jersey. This is the reason why. And you would have said all this would have played. But once you say you're not playing, how can you say you're playing now? They're all stuck.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's just a rainbow colour. Like, really? That's so offensive?
Manly's not going to win tomorrow. I put a lazy $5 on, just a bit of fun. Mate, if Manly win tomorrow, like, impossible. But I've seen
no chance.
Okay, you're forgetting something. It's not just the 7 players that are playing. There was up to 6 players who were not selected to actually replace them as well. There were reserves or reserve players also.
Yeah, I know.
Potential debut.
We're playing third or fourth. We're playing third or fourth string players now, who could get absolutely pumped tomorrow by a Roosters side that's getting better.
Look, there's no doubt about that. But okay, so the way I look at it is they're talking about this inclusivity and that they don't want to be a part of it, but yet we're being inclusive, allowing them into the country and allowing them to enjoy our cultures, and we accept them with open arms, but yet they're being the complete opposite.
I don't understand why we have to be Women's Week, Gay Week, Jerk Week, White Week, Pink Week. Just play football, mate. That's all that matters.
Michael Jerk Week, was that when you featured on the front cover?
Yeah, it probably was. But, mate, we forget about what we're actually doing. They're playing football. Let the other marketing guys worry about the other activity.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, but I think the best thing which was said was what Giuseppe said when they had alcohol or any other number of sponsors on their back, right, that they accept some and not others. Now, it doesn't matter what the topic is. The reality is, in women's sport, the whole issue is much more predominant. In fact, the entire team in some cases. It's something that really is more accepted in women's sport.
Because
it's not in men's sport. And
they're all gay.
Mate, there's a good chance there's 1 or 2 Manly gay players in that club that no one even knows about. That's the problem. Sure. It wasn't done properly, mate. Like I said to you guys today, I have people that I know who are close who are that, mate. Like, it doesn't bother me what you are. I think it's just been blown out of how it was done was blown out of the water.
No, it's just stupid. Just for what it is, just the bloody rainbow thing on a jersey. Just go out and play for your team and your teammates. Really?
But you have to agree, Michael. Des Hasler and Jerry Evans should never have been the ones.
No, the CEO should have been the CEO. Get off your ass, mate, and you tell them I stuffed up. We should have addressed the players, at least told them what was going on, done it in-house, and they all would have played probably.
Yeah.
All right, just you guys talk. Right. We're going to talk about cricket now because we've got certain people that want to know about cricket. We need to talk about it.
Okay. Well, it is about cricket, isn't it?
Oh, good, he's gone.
How
about that guy that scored 410? That's better than 240 at Callumvale.
Oh, Malacus. He must have been facing some fruit, right?
I don't know how that can be a first-class game when he's playing in the second division of the bloody county championships, and yet he got dropped on 96, and then he goes out and scores 410 against God knows who, because, really.
I won't say this, but my 240, I didn't give one life. Never gave a life.
That's right.
Like, that's like, but that's a lot of runs, though. Like, that is a lot of runs.
410.
Yeah.
So Sri Lanka are making sure they don't have the same thing happened in the first Test match where Pakistan mowed them down. Correct?
Well, bad line has stopped play, so that's one way of doing it, cutting the sun out.
But it's rather dumb because Sri Lanka lost the first match. They need to win this match by playing defensively and not allowing them to have the opportunity to win. They've basically conceded to losing the series.
Well, it depends what the decks. What are we up to? Day what?
4.
Day 4.
What will the day 5 pitch do? You reckon?
I think but so Pakistan have got to get 429 on the last day, which they won't get, but they could survive the day. But it's in Sri Lanka's hands.
Well, they're 1 for 89.
Mate, you know what? If it turned like it did against when Australia was batting in their last test, Pakistan won't get through the first session. The difference is Pakistan, a subcontinent side, they playing spinnies like them drinking tea, mate. Second nature.
Yeah.
Well, they did play. They played well again in the previous match. They mowed Sri Lanka down and got the score easily, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
quickly.
So look,
how
just
would
a
you
couple
vote
of
for it?
questions. Himanshu is saying this is back to the World Cup because the World Cup. I'm going to be bringing someone in for 5 minutes in a minute just to talk about the World Cup. The World Cup is going to be huge, guys, because it's here in Australia. It's from October 16th to November 13th. We've got Afghanistan, and maybe all these countries involved, and the conjecture worldwide is who's going to be the top four, who's going to be the top two. And Ricky Ponting went out there and said openly that he thought Australia was going to play India in the final, in his opinion. And he stirred the pot quite a bit, actually. So Himanshu Rahel is saying here that India will meet Australia in the final. He doesn't see that happening. And Sam Hislop reckons New Zealand and Australia are more expected because of the home territory. Okay.
Stupid. Is a draw out somewhere?
Yeah,
Are there how many pools? 2 pools?
2 pools.
Yep.
India's which side's India on Australia's side?
Hold on.
No,
No.
because
So does that
Australia
make
has.
it-
India played Pakistan actually early on.
So the top 2 sides go to the semi?
No.
Is it top 3 or top 4?
Or do they play a Super 16 or something, do they?
Yeah, something like that. Well, the Super 12, it's called
Qualifying ground as well.
you got the qualifier, then you got what they call the Super 12, which
12.
India's in the other group to Australia. India's in with India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and South Africa, plus the 2 who come out of the other qualifying. And Australia's with England, New Zealand, and Afghanistan, and depending on who else comes in.
Do you guys see England as a threat or not really?
Oh, yeah, of course they are.
You're right. I thought
Yeah, I don't. Not one day.
Why?
On
I
their
don't-
day, it depends on what squad they bring out and what sort of bowlers they have available to them. Because their batsmen, we've seen their batsmen. If they go nuts, they go nuts. They can smack it all over the place in a T20. It depends on which bowlers they've got available, and if they've got any guys like Archer or someone like that they've got a few out injured at the moment. So if they've got some that can come in and do some work, like really bowl quick, then they can cause some damage.
when do we know when they're going to name the sides?
Oh, they won't name them until you don't think 6 weeks till before.
It'd be interesting to see the England. I think most of the sides will be the same. It's England. Who are they going to bring as their bowlers? Is probably there. I think they got the batsmen. England. Have they got the bowlers to do the job?
But you got to look. You got to look as well that if, so for example, because at the moment Archer's injured, before he gets back to full fitness, like depending on how long he's still out for, he may not be right. Like he might come and bowl, but like he might be.
He's only got to bowl 4 overs or something.
4 overs, that's right.
Overs, mate.
Yeah, but still, you've got to field and you've got to chase the ball and throw it from bound. There's all those aspects, that he may.
Yeah, but you do what Michael used to do and sit in first slip.
Okay.
You don't have to run around and do nothing.
Mate, I had to orchestrate the fielding positions, mate.
Well, that's
All right.
hey,
So Philmy Dunia is saying that India thrashed Australia by a huge margin if they meet. This is what Ricky Ponting has also said. He doesn't see England beating Australia either. Look,
Mate, you know what? The biggest advantage is playing at home. That's a huge advantage. Now, Australia's got to go in as favourites only because it's at home. We know the conditions. We know, and the only country close to us is probably South Africa and maybe New Zealand conditions. Bit of bounce in New Zealand, the ball does swing around. It's South Africa.
Yeah.
Looking at their side, they're not close to us. If India can bat well enough and control the conditions in regards to the bounce, then India's got a good chance. England's got a good chance. And is Afghanistan a dark horse, or are we just pulling ourselves?
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh, you reckon?
No,
No, I don't see either of them causing too much damage. They haven't got enough. Like they've got one world-class bowler, Afghanistan, but batting-wise, I don't know.
You've got to have a couple of fast bowlers in Australia. You can't come here with medium pace bowlers, no matter who you are.
No.
Oh, well, they could have that bowler that you shared, the big loopy bowler.
Oh, hey, didn't he remind you of Norm's accent? Didn't he look like Norm?
I take offence to that greatly because he's actually a star bowler, so there's nothing wrong with being compared to him. He's taken all the wickets.
He is an international bowler. He plays for Romania, unlike Norm.
Right.
I played for Germany versus Italy in a match in 1992, 93, I think it was.
In Calabar.
See, his
No, it
action.
wasn't Calabar. It was actually an English garden and an Ispra in Italy. So just be careful. Get your facts right.
George, you're the closest. Can you just lean over and headbutt him?
Hold on.
Fucking hit him.
I've got Don Bradman looking down on me right now.
Well, you need more than Don Bradman looking down on you.
Hey, I think you need that.
Jealousy's a curse, everyone.
That's what you need. That's what you need. Look.
No, I'll sort this out. I'll sort that.
That was his best tool.
Jealousy's that's better. That's better. Just me. Jealousy's a curse, everyone.
We're gonna fucking leave the show shortly.
All right. Okay. So Amla Boran saying Bhuvi and Bumrah will be lethal in power play in Australia. Also, Charles. He's right.
I'm not saying no. I reckon that's true. But I reckon their biggest downfall could be their batting, not their bowling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam Hislop's here. We had Jake Witherall before. I blocked him by accident. So compare. Look, no one can. We all think Australia's going to do well. We think New Zealand might have a chance because of the local conditions. The reality is India and Pakistan are going to be right up there. Okay, you're saying South Africa. I've got my doubts. I think England will be the fourth team. It's going to be Australia, England, India, and Pakistan. They're the four that are going to threaten.
So New Zealand miss out.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I would love, if no one wins it, I would love New Zealand to win it after Australia.
Yeah, same.
I'd love to see a West Indies New Zealand final.
West Indies. Based on what?
Yeah, George.
Based on I like the way they used to play. That's all.
Used to. Hey,
yeah,
we're talking about now, not used to.
I know, but I just said I'd like to see it. I can't see it happening, but I'd really like to see a West Indies in the final.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, it could happen. It could happen.
Well, they haven't even qualified for the Super 12, so it makes it pretty hard.
Okay. So I'm going to be going around the country, unfortunately not to Queensland, and I'm going to get you guys to help out. We're going to try and get you to do some, if you want to go to the Gabba for the World Cup, and we can get you to go live on various Indian programs, okay? It'll be your introduction to Indian television, okay?
As long as it's not on Melbourne Cup Day.
Well,
yeah, that's fair.
It doesn't have to be on the same day. It can be before or after. Just relax. So
don't tell me to relax.
I'm going to tell you, relax.
George. Hey, George, talk about that. How good was the pub you went? How good was the RSL, huh?
Oh, mate. Oh, that was a beautiful spot.
As a young kid, I was about 19, 20. I used to work there, put beers behind.
Mate, that is the best spot. Like $1 million views. Yeah,
Luna Park, all the water. Yeah.
Great amazing spot. Beautiful.
Nice.
Where?
Loved it.
Kirribilli RSL.
Kirribilli RSL.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice spot.
Nice location.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's a great
Where
spot.
did I take you to? Did you not even mentioning where I took you to?
Well, you took me to a bloody
Oxford Street,
where all the dead people are.
Oxford Street.
I mean, that was for a reason, of course. And we went to a little cafe too.
Cafe, yeah, it's it. At where was it? Bloody Bronte. Very nice, beautiful. And then we went and saw Norm's mum. And
Did you? So
yeah,
she put the rest there, huh? I've done already. Is it all
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Comes out good.
That's
Because when my father died, it took about 3 or 4 weeks to get everything sorted.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
passed on June 17th. This particular cremation in the service was July the 2nd.
Okay.
Wow.
And she was in the ground at basically a day or two later, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Well, only took for my father a week. We were
Right.
done.
Yeah. I can't remember why it took so long, mate. We were using a plot next to another family member. Maybe, I don't know. Just took a bit of time. I think, there was a plot that I owned. I had to pass it on to my father, and it took some time or some shit from memory.
Did you already plan your death?
No, because you guys remember when I don't know if you remember, but we had a stillborn like 23 years ago, and I put a plaque there and had a spare one right next to him. That's where my father is, right next to my son.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
with his grandparents.
that's
So that's where.
Yeah.
I told you the story. I told George, but I went
Yeah,
to this. My mother gave me no instructions for the funeral, right, at all. She didn't want to know about it. So I did what I thought was right. I went down to Waverley Cemetery, asked the manager there, Cody, and said, Cody, is there a site available at Waverley Cemetery? His first words were, no, sorry, Norman, there are none here. Okay, bang, straight no. And I then turned around and talked to him a bit longer, not to try to influence him, just said that my mother living in Coogee, seeing Wedding Cake Island. The sites at Waverley also see this island. It's a beautiful spot. Mother lived in the area for 42 years, blah, blah, blah. Just told him my mother's life story because I felt like I needed to tell him. Then he turned around about 10 minutes into the conversation and said, I've got a spot for you, Norman. And shocked me.
How? If he didn't have a spot though.
Well, because obviously he'd had a new section, a very small new section, which he's got a long client list that want to buy spots there. It's between $50,000 and $250,000 to get a spot there. It's a huge because it's so, and if you buy the plot and you don't use it within 25 years, you lose it.
Right.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
right.
this was a small cremation spot, and there was one spot that was someone had not kept it for whatever reason, and I got that spot, and it was an incredibly good spot. It was very nice. So I'm very, very, very happy about that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I've got a person who's just joining us now. She's just walked in. Her name's Rapakshi Sharma. She's going to prepare the dinner.
Hold on a minute. We're not inclusive here.
What do you mean we're not
Boys,
inclusive?
it's a boys only club.
But hang on a minute. It's only for 2 minutes. She's just going to say hello, Rapakshi.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hello.
She's going to quickly tell you about what she's. Come sit here, Rapakshi.
Don't sit too close to Norm. He's got germs.
Oh, shut up. No, don't be silly. So Rapakshi's say hello.
I'm not being silly. It's true.
That's Giuseppe, George.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Hello.
Michael.
Hello.
I'm very good. How are you?
Good, thank
Good,
you.
thank you.
Oh, very fine, thank
So
you.
Rapakshi, what is your role going to be during the World Cup? Tell
So,
us.
as you guys know, T20 IC World Cup is happening in Australia from 16th of October to November 3rd. And I'll be playing the role of co-host from Rouse YouTube channel, and plus with Eyes on Cricket with Norman Coach Nick.
So Brian Majunas Channel Sports is what
Guria.
Rapakshi will be
So
involved.
you have to tour the country with Norman. Is that what you're telling us?
Not just me.
I guess I am Indian and I'm in Australia, so for me both are equally same. What do you say?
What I'm saying is you have to be with Norman.
Oh, he's being nasty.
Whom you gonna be with?
Yes.
You don't know who's under the desk.
All right, now listen. So Rapakshi's joining both, and also Janatu Shimona who played for Bangladesh. They're going to be the co-hosts around the country, aren't you?
Yeah, we good friends.
And we're going to be across all the Indian broadcasts, and you guys will come in from areas that you're in as well for your comments.
Also, we go. Okay, so
From Queensland in particular, with George and Giuseppe, well, he's Grafton, and Michael and Harry comes on as well. They'll bring their point of view as well.
So we like all. Can I ask, please? So do you feel? I can't see the.
No, there's Giuseppe.
So all of four are in Australia at the moment.
Yes.
Oh,
Where,
nice.
just tell you, tell
Can you please tell me where are you at the moment?
So I'm in Grafton, northern New South Wales.
Okay.
So you in Coffs Harbour, Lismore. I'm in between
I've been to Sabah once when I first bought my car. Yeah, I drive there.
Okay. Well, that's
Yes, I just learned driving, and then my friend, she lives in Coast Harbor, so we went together.
yeah. There's a big community, Coffs Harbour and Woolgoolga.
Woolgoolga.
Yeah.
Plenty of blueberries.
Isn't Woolgoolga in Queensland?
No, it's in
Woolgoolga.
New South Wales.
We went to the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
My
Yeah, I
lady.
know.
My
Remember?
stepdaughter-
Ranatunga.
Yeah.
Ranatunga's wedding.
doofus.
Me? Yeah. I'm in Brisbane.
Oh, nice. I do have some family in Brisbane as well.
Whereabouts in Brisbane?
They're in Tarragindi.
Okay.
Round the corner.
Yeah, up the road.
And then Babs, which is blue and black shirt, which is Michael Anastasia.
I'm
Easy.
in New South Wales, but I'm in a place called I'm in the Central Coast.
Okay.
So I'm not far from a nice, lovely place called Terrigal.
Very nice.
Very
But
nice.
you don't want to say where you are and carry on.
Well, I'm in Carryong, but if you wouldn't know where Carryong is, but you might know where Terrigal is or Avoca.
There was a comedy show called Carry On something, wasn't there?
Hmm.
I don't know. And I'm probably out of all of us here, I'm probably the one with all the most cricket knowledge out of everyone on this table.
Oh,
I have a wealth of knowledge. Very smart man.
Just ask
why are
him.
you
He'll tell
sitting
you.
below lights though? That's the problem. That
Did you know that Michael scored 240 not out at Cullenvale?
Oh,
Is that actually a wallpaper or just real night? Because it's very dark outside, by the way.
so where you? Yeah, it looks like very dark where you are. Very, it's a dark spot.
Who? Me?
Yes, Michael.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
All right.
He's-
So
He's just a
Rapax's going to be.
vampire.
She's already done programs on this channel, and she'll be in WA, as in Perth, in Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, covering the show. And you guys will come in from Brisbane. So there you go.
Maybe we have chance to meet for sure. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Maybe.
Yeah, that'll be great.
All right,
No.
thanks. Thank
Yeah,
you.
just enjoy your time. Okay,
And you-
I'll have food and
And
all.
you prepared for
Nice to
lunch?
meet you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's dishes in the top right hand.
Oh, just I'm kidding.
Yeah, just wash the dishes. Is that what you're saying, Norm?
Don't put them in the dishwasher.
All right. Okay, guys. So back to the
So
program.
where's the background between you and her?
Oh,
For you?
I just came and he ordered the Uber for me. Like food, whatever he ordered. But I'm vegetarian, so we
So
gotta do
So she studies at university. She studies podiatry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen your feet lately, Norm?
Yeah, I need help with my feet.
No, but have you seen them?
Here you go.
That big cat gets in the way.
Okay, all right. So,
His six pack gets in the way, Malakas.
Malaka. All right. So, Himanshu Rahel is saying he's from Noida, which is not far from. Do you know where Noida is?
No?
Yeah, Rapakshi knows. It's near
I
Delhi.
know everything.
Come.
It's near Delhi because I'm from like my.
She
of
knows.
course I'm from India, so Delhi is near Noida.
Noida is a suburb near Delhi.
Yeah.
Okay. And I play cricket in Noida actually at the school there.
Hello.
Okay,
Yeah,
about
not very,
6-7
not very
years.
well.
In
You're
Noida.
playing with the school kids again.
Oh look, George, jealousy is a bad.
He scored 100 against the 10-year-olds.
He was playing with the right player, which he's supposed to play with, right?
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
in his prime,
Yeah.
35.
Actually, these guys get a bit jealous sometimes.
Very
She can
very
see-
low level. Any lower, you'll be on the ground.
All right, now we digress. So back to the cricket.
Right.
Sri Lanka are playing Pakistan. It's day 4. What's the score now, George?
Well, it's bad light stop play. There's still Pakistan at 1 for 89.
There's still a few hours of play in Sri Lanka from memory, right?
There is, yeah. It goes for about another hour or so.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
not if the
But
obviously
normally,
it's
right?
dark.
It'd go till 10 o'clock normally, right? Nearly.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So
All right. So they're
let's
Sri Lanka
get back
playing
over
Pakistan.
Warner.
Basically, Sri Lanka have to get, Pakistan to get another 419. Very unlikely, but it's a matter now of Sri Lanka taking another 9 wickets. And again, Prabhath Jayasuriya is taking wickets very impressively. And Ramesh Mendes has taken a number of wickets and scored runs with the bat. He took 5 from the first innings. Very impressive. So,
Is he the one that broke your thumb?
okay, this is a good point. Debashis Mahani's talking about Dave Warner is contemplating not playing the BBL to play in the UAE League in
What
January.
do you mean he's not contemplating? He's not going to.
Yeah, correct.
He's going to go and play. He's chasing the money. Once again,
He's old.
Yeah, he's old, but
He's got to play, like, he's got to get the most money he can. I don't begrudge that, but, just go. Stop playing for Australia and then just go chase the money
Well, that's
and
the
be done
point.
with it.
That's the point, George. If he's going to go for this other league, then his Australian T20 and ODI series should stop.
Yeah, well,
I think if you don't make yourself available for the BBL and Australia hasn't got any commitments, then if he doesn't want to play BBL, he shouldn't be picked for Australia.
yeah,
Correct.
100% agree. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if he's not going to make the T20 Australian side, why would he want to play BBL for? He might as well get a young guy to play BBL.
Yeah,
But he is going to play. He is going to come back and play in the World Cup.
Yeah.
At this
Like,
point,
he's
going to be selected currently.
well, at the end of the day, they're contracted to the Australian Cricket Board or whatever they call themselves now,
Correct.
and the Australian Cricket Board pretty much owns the BBL throughout their franchise of Queensland. So they should be telling the Australian players who aren't playing for Australia, if Australia hasn't got, well, we'll be playing test matches in between there. So if he's not playing for the BBL, then shouldn't the Australian Cricket Board saying, hold on a minute, mate, you're contracted to us at this period, you're playing and you will play, not going off to UAE trying to get an extra $1 million.
Yeah.
Exactly. The BCCI, the actual governing board of India, do exactly the same thing with the IPL players. Their Indian players are expected to play. I know there's more money involved, but the fact is they play for India and they don't play other leagues, period. If you want to play for your country, you've got to play. So why the hell are we giving Warner the ability to do that? He should be said, right, okay, no BBL, forget it.
I don't think
It's
anyone
not only
said
Warner,
yes.
it's everybody.
But has anyone said yes or no he can go, or he's just saying he wants to go?
He's saying, he's actually said, because the majority of January is empty anyway, there's no other series, that he can't see any reason why he should be made to stay in Australia when he's got an opportunity to play other locations.
Okay, well, if there's no games going, let him go for a couple of weeks, then come back.
No, but he's contracted to Australian Cricket Board. They're running a competition, which is the BBL. He should be playing in that.
Exactly.
He gets paid, but he'll still get paid by the Australian Cricket Board.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
So why should he?
2 weeks ago you were saying BBL should be for young junior players.
Yeah, but it's yes,
But it's not.
Currently not. Until they reform and change the structure of the BBL, the way it is currently, you want our best players to be playing in that competition to be able to promote it. It's the same as when the Australian players, so when there's a test series and there's Sheffield Shield or there's, well, what used to be the Mercantile Mutual, like the one day, like if they were playing tests, they weren't playing the Sheffield Shield, but if they weren't playing the tests, they were going back playing Sheffield Shield
Right.
one day.
Exactly.
In the BBL last year, they didn't let any players come back and play from the Australian side anyhow.
No,
How many
they
guys
didn't.
came back? No one came.
Well, then why should he?
It's wrong. It's
What?
wrong.
Why should he go play the UAE then?
Because they won't let him play. They won't let him go and play, I'm sure. If they say you can't play BBL, then what's he going to do?
But currently at that time, though, there were test matches. We had the Boxing Day test.
No,
We had the January.
didn't Smith want to play BBL and they said no?
Yeah, they wouldn't.
Yeah, that was for one game.
let's just take a step back here, Michael. I don't want to talk about what happened last year. Do you agree, as what George has said, if you're contracted to play for Australia under Cricket Australia rules, that includes national and state and levels of domestic cricket. That is what you're paid for. The women, for example, Alyssa Healy gets paid to play for Australia and New South Wales, and even her comp within the grade cricket. There's an element of that. That's their priority. They get paid a crap load of money to do that. Now, the fact that you can forsake that and play something outside of that is breaching that contract. And that is what is wrong. India get it right. They don't let their players play anything, to be honest with you. It's probably a bit too controlling, but their priority is their domestic.
Yeah, but in the IPL, there's only one tournament for the 6 weeks. There's no other games on. Why is this other league on at the same time as the Australian BBL's on?
I think it's just
But at the end of the day, our BBL isn't like the IPL. It's not a strong.
It should be
league.
4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks only, all over.
Yes.
Look, Michael's right.
But we're getting people from Romania wanting to play in our competition. Like, how good are we going?
Romania's
Fuck's sake,
bad,
really?
mate. We don't need them.
How bloody ridiculous is that? I might as well put my name down into the bloody
Please not.
BBL.
No, please not. We don't want to.
Hey, George, I'll sponsor you.
Wait, Malaka, you're not going to get paid for sledging.
Why not?
George,
I'm good at it.
Stick to underarm bowling, lawn bowls. Please just stick to that. You make the Australian team or whatever you call it.
But it's true. Like, I agree with you, George. Like,
Roxy,
at
mate,
the end of
what
the
did you
day-
say, Roxy?
I think it's just a lack of organization because they know that once the player reach to the certain level, of course they don't want to play for the lower level according to them. So there should be lack of organization. That if the big match is going, there should be not smaller match going. So there is no point for player and the BBL company to get this BBL whatever it is cricket organization of Australia. So they don't get mixed up and.
That's right.
Yeah.
But money's talking.
But money always talk. That's right.
UAE has talked. Money has come to the fore.
Money talks, people walk. Oh, sorry.
Exactly.
That's it.
So,
If you're gonna get less money according to his polls, of course he's not gonna go. He will walk.
Well, the fact is he's going to get paid more for the UAE tournament than he is.
Of course he is, but at the end of the day, he's contracted to Australia and he should be playing in Australia. And if he,
But
that really should
not loyal
just
to his country.
But
void
it's
is-
also a slap in the face to the Australian Cricket Board because
mate, the BBL's a joke. Come on.
It is.
The BBL is a
Okay,
joke.
yeah, it is. But
It
the
is,
thing is,
but
if you don't start changing of what's happening, it's going to be a joke forever. So it needs to stop, and you need to start reining it in and going, okay,
Mate,
well, we
if
need
the-
our best players. to play.
If the ACB cared, they would play test match, one dayers, then BBL for 4 weeks, no test match, all the players come back and play, then we'll go into our stuff after that. They're part of the problem, the cricket board. They don't care.
There's no doubt about that. I don't disagree with that. But
definitely. But at the end of the day, he still has a contract with them and he's being paid by them. So he should play in their sanctioned competitions
yeah.
rather than going off to UAE and chasing a dollar when he's getting paid here. Why should he double dip?
You know
Well,
what?
well,
Would he
Have a look here. Debasi Mahanti has put up a comment, Norm. Do you agree with this? Like, Norman, if Cricket Australia wants to say BBL, they need to sell BBL teams to Australian billionaires or big private companies.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the biggest problem with that then is it changes the way the game is played.
Yeah,
That'll
I
be the
think
biggest problem.
No,
But at the end of the day, if they sell it, the bloody IPL teams will pick them up and it'll become a second-rate IPL. But that could be a good thing. It could be like the A-League where the football FFA used to own the A-League and now it's owned by the clubs. And maybe that's a good thing because then they can do their own shit. Don't have to worry about the Australian Cricket Board getting involved. They do their own promotions and all the rest of it. And possibly it could be a better thing than the way. Well, we know that the ACB are running it like shit anyway, so why not sell them off, make some money, and then let someone else worry about it all, and then you just look after your core team, which is the Australian cricket team, and let someone else worry about the BBL, and then they can sort out when it's run in conjunction with the ACB. Obviously, they still need to be able to run it in a time that suits all the players, but then give them a block of time, let someone else, like, play it in November. Like, what, we don't play tests until late November. Play it between October, November, play the game then, it's done.
Okay. So you look at it like this, all right. I agree. It might be a good thing to sell it off, but the whole purpose for the BBL and playing it when they did was to attract as many people to the games, not TV audience, but actually having the grounds full. So you wanted as many spectators in the grounds. And the reason why they do it over that Christmas, January period is the fact that pretty much everyone's on holidays. All right. Yeah. So you can get kids going to the games and like you're packing it out. It's an entertainment thing. And it's a family environment.
Yeah. Mate, it goes for 8 weeks. I don't even know who's playing who half the time. Yeah. It goes for so. You know what? Every single ground should be North Sydney Oval. They should be the smaller venues. Forget the test venues. Get 20,000, pack them, right? Play it over 4 weeks. Play double headers. Play interstate games, 2-day, back to back. Get it all done in 4 weeks. Bang.
Yeah, look, I don't disagree with that. And they used to do that when the competition
first came out. Yeah,
started, it was like that. But now
I have no idea who's playing because it keeps on dragging on.
Yeah, and it does. It does drag on. But
aren't Channel 7 trying to get rid of the rights to it as well? They're trying to get out of the contract to televise it as well because they don't have the players. They don't have the players to drag a crowd in because no one's going to watch me go and play for Brisbane Heat against Giuseppe playing for the Sixers. Like, really?
Look, I'm explosive when I want to be.
You'll get another century off my bowling, I know. But
anyway. Don't show
the only bloke here that can't bat is up the top left.
Okay. So Abdul's got a good point. There's Star Sports and Disney have got up for a 7-year. Australia's starting to move away from our local 7, 9, and 10s, and they're looking towards international cricket hosts like Star Sports, Disney, and the like. They're actually trying to move away from the traditional Channel 7 and the like, because actually there could be more money in it for them to go through a Fox or Star Sports. Then eventually,
all sports are doing that, aren't they? Most sports are now partnering with some sort of streaming.
Mate, the best coverage in Australia was always Channel 9, Richie Bano, Bill Laurie. How could they make it work? And the guys we have today are so frigging boring, mate.
Yeah.
Where's the talent in broadcasting gone?
Well, they're here. We're on YouTube. We're not on bloody Channel 7 and Channel 9. Put us on there. We'll show them.
Off stump.
Mate, I love Kerry O'Keefe.
Yes. He adds some humour. But you know what? Bill Laurie, he would jump in, say his stuff. Yeah. Everyone would laugh. Tony Gregg would say his, but they would just say, we haven't got that anymore. There's no.
Well, unfortunately, and plus we lost Simons. He was a good commentator. You'd listen to, like, I always used to, you listen to Simons and you think, shit, he was smart, he was insightful, and he'd say it with a joke. So, unfortunately, we've lost him now. So he would have been, I reckon, in the next 5 years, would have been a main commentator.
They get that little shit skinny numbers that's on TV to head. What's his name?
James Bracey.
He's absolutely shit house, mate. Like, what does he know? Is it whatever that Channel 7 little blonde blonde fella that's been doing it for the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah. He's got a squeaky voice.
You've got to find someone who knows the game, mate. Like, you're right. Your bloody Andrew Simons was. I thought Shane Warne was fantastic.
Yeah.
Mark War is so boring. There's no one in that commentary box. Gilchrist can be good sometimes, but there's no one out there who actually leads it, mate. An ex-player or someone with the knowledge.
Arun Singh is he in Australia?
Arun Singh's just asking a question here about how expensive the tickets for T20 matches.
I think tickets are quite affordable. They just cost $20. But if you
They do.
Yeah, they're quite affordable because they've always been
VIP to the others, but 20 is just you can get into the watch match and enjoy the match.
Arun Singh's in, where is he, in Brisbane? Gold Coast.
Mate, they're going to be, what are they, $100 a ticket? More? How much are the tickets?
about
As little as $20.
20 or 30 bucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been designed for families to take kids and women, to bring women into cricket because they've only got a span of 3 hours to concentrate. So, can't get them out of the kitchen for too long.
Good kids or women?
Are the games double-headed where
The women.
Are there any double headers where the SCG there'll be 2 games in the same day?
Nah.
Not at this.
No.
There might be some qualifying rounds where there are 2. In fact, there are, George. There are games where there are 2 games. I'm going to be at games where there are 2, one after the other.
Yeah, okay.
Not in the BBL.
No, not BBL. Sorry, I'm talking about World Cup here.
Yeah, World Cup. Even in Brisbane, they've got on Melbourne Cup Day. There's 2 games on the one day. Afghanistan's playing at 2:00, and then I think England are playing someone at 6:00.
At the same ground?
Yeah.
At the Gabba, yeah.
And what about, are they only using test grounds, or are we going to go to North Sydney Oval or
No,
is
it's
it all
only test grounds.
Okay.
I think it's only test
I'm not
grounds.
sure. Hold on.
They're mainly test ground. It's only Geelong. I think maybe ACT are involved, but they're playing. Hang on. There's one ground Gold Coast they're playing as well.
It'll be Carrara.
What, with it? Is that a cricket ground? Carrara.
No.
Well, they've played cricket there before.
Yeah, they play
It'll be a drop-in pitch, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Tabastas is saying if Warner is not allowed to play the UAE T20 League, he'll retire from international cricket. I don't really care. If he's not prioritising Australia over the UAE games, well, then he needs to make his mind up and then go into one. He needs to go to Test cricket and get out of the Australian team for ODI.
Can we be serious? Warner's got 1 year left if he's lucky.
Yeah.
He's got how long's he got to go Test match cricket or T20 or one dayer? He hasn't got that long, right? So probably the UAE might be the chance he walks away and he says, "I'm done, mate."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he'll go on. He'll go on and play the IPLs and all those T20 around the world because of his name, and he's still got that draw card there because people will still want to go and see him in Pakistan or whatever who haven't seen a lot of him, or Sri Lanka or in the Caribbean, or if the USA one kicks off. He'll be a draw card because of what he's done, not what he's doing at the moment, though.
That's right. That's right. It'll be it's a name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair. Okay. Our prediction is there's an upcoming Asia Cup. And that's a precursor to other events. Asia Cup, of course, the Sri Lankas, the Bangladeshis, the Indias, the Pakistans. It's a pretty substantial comp, actually. I would say
for the Asian teams, anyway.
Well, it is.
Where's that played?
I think it's in the subcontinent.
Yeah, well,
Really? Oh, they're not going to play it in South Africa?
All right. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know offhand. I'm going to ask the question. Tell us where it is. Arun's in Brisbane. The Gabba ones.
It's going to be held in the UAE.
Well, that's in Dubai, of course.
Pakistan.
The good thing about it is it's a good prelude to the World Cup.
It's not Asia Cup, by the way, right? Or World Cup.
No, there is an Asia Cup going on as well.
Asian Cup. India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and one from the UAE, Singapore, Kuwait, and Hong Kong
Yeah,
will
but
participate in the Asia Cup, be held in a T20 format in the UAE.
why the hell would you go, okay, an Asian Cup, right? You're going to go and play in the subcontinent where the ball's going to be below your knees to come and play the World Cup where the ball's at your throat. It's not really good preparation, if you ask me.
No, you're right. It's probably very bad preparation. You're right.
But I suppose it depends on what teams they pick, and they mightn't pick their like India mightn't pick their best side
Oh,
to
you
go
can't.
because
Then what? You'd have to pick your best side to go and play an Asian Cup. You're not going to go there and get beaten by Pakistan.
it gives them a lot of time. Like, it does start in August 27th, and the finals on the 11th of September. So there's still a fair bit of time between that and then the World Cup.
Unless they make the pitches dock them and make them fast and bouncy, which I don't think they can they?
Oh, I don't think they'd be able to do that, would they?
Don't know, but that's what I'd be
UAE.
asking for. If I'm going to go and play that tournament, I'm looking for Australian conditions.
Well,
So are we dreaming there that you're saying if I play, what's that? I didn't quite get that. You are playing?
Well, no, I can't play anymore. But if I was playing, I'd be going to the. If I was in charge of the Asian Cup, I would be saying, can we make sure these pitches are fast and bouncy?
To mimic the Australian conditions that we're going to be playing in.
Otherwise, what's the point? What are you going there to do? You go and play T20, play it back home if you have to. What's the point?
Look, the question of Debashes is Smith, Warner, Finch will retire after World Cups. I think they will.
Close, yeah.
Ashwin Karthik, remember him?
Finch shouldn't be there at all.
Sam's, hi, I'm back. He's only late teens.
Is he in Australia or back in
He's
India?
in Australia. Ashwin Karthik's here, isn't he?
yes.
He's in Darwin, isn't he, or somewhere?
Yeah.
I think he's Terrigal. Moved to Terrigal last week.
He's living in Michael's garage.
He's a big Babs supporter.
Yeah, wow.
All
Some days.
Do you think Pakistan have? Okay. Do you think Sri Lanka have this game sewn up on the 5th day?
Not yet.
No.
I think there should be the worst case scenario for Sri Lanka is that it's going to be a draw.
Yeah, it is.
I don't see Pakistan getting the runs, but they really should be putting their foot on their neck and going for the win. But, if Pakistan have got the talent to be able to bat for a day, they're only one down. I know Shafiq's already out, but they've got Babar Azam and that sort of stuff to who's in there at the moment, and Al Haq, who can bat long time. So, they'll probably end up being a draw.
Ashwin is asking, who's that next to me? It's Rapakshi Sharma. Ashwin, she's say hello.
See me more often.
You'll see her more often?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Sure.
Okay, guys. So Sri Lanka have a lot to lose, don't they? Even if they draw, they lose because they lose the series 1-0. I think Sri Lanka should be a bit more edgier with their performance. They probably should have had a less runs for Pakistan to chase and put pressure on them, and it got a result.
Mate, a month ago, Sri Lanka were the worst test playing nation in the world. They beat Australia. There's a good chance that on day 5 tomorrow, if they can get a few early wickets and with the spin, they could bowl Pakistan out.
Yeah, they
Because
could.
we saw Australia, once we lost 1 or 2 wickets, we crumbled, mate. But I don't know what they're going to do day 5.
But Pakistan are used to playing in those conditions.
I know, I understand that. But if the ball is turning, the ball's doing stuff, you got 6 hours to bat, mate. There's 90 overs in the day. Anything, you need 8 or 9 good balls all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that, but it's bowling those good balls, and you're not bowling to Australian batsmen who can't play spin.
Did they pick a left-arm spin bowler?
Who?
Did they pick a left-arm spin bowler, Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
They
They
did?
got Prabhath Jayasuriya.
Okay.
Yeah. He's taken the only wicket in the second
Yeah.
innings.
That's the way left arm will get most of the wickets. Where they playing in
Yeah.
Gaul?
Well,
Yeah,
you
and
look
that's-
at he'll
Yeah,
bowl
Gaul.
like Travis said.
Okay.
All right, so Sri Lanka could win this. Pakistan won't. But if Sri Lanka have a draw, they've basically lost effectively.
Lost.
1-0.
I think I did something.
Bless you.
Whatever you said, everything gonna go opposite to that in my culture.
Well,
But
Rapakshi just sneezed when I said that.
So
So
Pakistan
Pakistan still have a chance to win, in her opinion.
but
That's the logic of what she said, which is interesting.
Okay, cool.
Fair
You
enough.
know what? I've seen funnier things happen. I've seen funnier things happen on day 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's
definitely.
possible. It's not
Yeah.
impossible.
No.
Because the way we play, or they play so much T20 cricket, you can easily score, 100 runs in 10 overs to get you
Yeah.
home if you've
Yeah.
got the right people in. You've got a 4 and a 5 batter in rather than an 8 and 9. But yeah, anything's doable these days. You can't write anything off.
No, I agree, and that's what T20 has brought to Test cricket.
Yeah.
It's really changed the shape of it. I think.
Hey, how
Steffi,
funny
just
would
let me
it
read
be?
this. Read this.
Yeah, okay. I read it. Don't worry. Yeah.
really,
Ashwin.
That's
Really?
Here's a funny one for you. How good would it have been to see Viv Richards play T20?
Oh, it would have been good. Would have been awesome.
I reckon he would have killed it, eh? He would
Oh,
have
of
killed
course.
Like, but that's the difference, though. Viv Richards did that just as a normal, and the same as Dean Jones. Or you would have loved to have seen Dean Jones play T20.
Well, look at Gilchrist.
Yeah.
That's how Gilchrist batted most of his career. Everything was up tempo.
I'd love to see Pakistan go crazy and make a big fist of this. Be exciting.
Yeah.
You look like
one of the things you want them to try and chase the runs. You don't want them to just sit there and play out.
And at the end, Pakistan.
The first session, if they get through the first session, that will determine what they do session 2 and 3, surely.
Yeah.
Right. Michael, going back to like,
the day is a bit much though.
yeah, but you look at Viv Richards, going back to Viv Richards, like his one ODI strike rate was 90.2. And that was between 75 and 91. You trying to equate that to, if he was then playing T20s, he would have bloody killed that game. He would have killed it.
50.
Mate, I've never seen a bloke hit the ball over cover like he used to do it. Forget the flick over square leg. He used to go over cover for 6.
I'd do that pretty well too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did that
Chalk and cheese, Malaga.
Well, he was doing it for West Indies.
Well, you couldn't hit it off the bloody square.
Jealousy. Rapakshi, they're jealous.
What?
Hey, Norm, what's that?
Hi.
What's that, Norm? Norm, what's this?
On course. Next time I see you, make sure I have
Hey,
your
Michael, it was like this.
Write it up. Right.
One. Who's the bowler? The bowler's name?
Michael, what's this balloon? Rapakshi saw you. Is that a balloon?
Yeah, it's my grandson.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's your Michael. Admit it, it's yours. You got something.
Yeah, that's Norman's head. Boom, boom, boom.
They both got
It's
the
got a
same
party
thing,
because-
All
He's
hot
got a
air.
party 'cause it's got a manly party going on.
Yeah, no more manly comments, no more.
No.
Why? Because you can't handle the fact that Manly have got 7 players out and a further 6.
You know what? If we win tomorrow, I'm doing nudie running carry on.
Your daughter.
Hang on. They're saying I'm fighting with my daughter. I'm not fighting with her.
Is the West Indies going to beat India today?
No, no,
Sorry.
no.
All right. So Bengals
One
don't take it.
day, Port of Spain.
No,
No.
no, no.
No, astronaut didn't go to Melbourne. My brother-in-law and his brother did. They went and watched the game. How good were the victory for the first 15
It
minutes?
was a pretty good game, though.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, was there a big game in Perth for soccer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who was it?
Leeds
United
beat-
and Leeds.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Okay.
Yeah, United.
2-all.
Aston Villa. Yeah, good
Okay.
result.
All right, guys. So later on tonight, India play West Indies, and West
Said
Indies have been atrocious. Then we have England versus South Africa, and South Africa have dipped off as well.
So that's only a team. And then you got Scotland and New Zealand. Don't forget that one as well.
That's
That's
probably
hardly
out of
right.
all of them. That's probably the most important one.
Which
Which
one?
one?
Scotland, New Zealand.
Why?
Why?
Don't sound like me. I said why first.
Because it'll bring New Zealand back into form.
Oh, come on. Against Scotland, that's not form. Ashwin
Well-
Kati, this is not my daughter. It's Rapakshi. She's a co-host on several channels, Rev Sports and Eyes on Cricket.
He just wants to ask you, Norman, if he can take her out. That's all.
Ashwin, you want to take Rapakshi out?
I
Alright.
won't go.
Because
I won't.
you're old enough to be a dad.
She's better by herself, she said that.
I'm better off without Norman
studying.
too. But anyway.
Dietary, she's got something more important. All right. So,
Eyes on cricket, Norm.
Eyes on.
Eyes on Cricket, correct.
Eyes on.
Now, all right, guys, let's get back to the topic. Michael, your prediction.
You guys are fucked, right?
Michael, will Manly beat the Roosters?
No.
Yes.
Okay, hang on. If Manly beat the Roosters, I will do a nudie running carry on.
Oh, please not.
Another one.
And-
Dude, Manly.
And you have to film it. You
Okay.
have to go live.
If
There
Manly
is-
wins, then Ian Roberts will probably go nude. That's what that anyone's
There's actually a picture of me on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve or some bullshit
With
doing a
the
backyard nudie run. After
Dude,
some comment.
this is just close your ears for Puxy. This is a family show here.
It's a family show, guys. There's other shows where you can actually.
That's all right.
My family is actually watching as
Yeah,
well.
her family's watching back at him. No.
Uh,
No.
Do they
Poor
understand
thing.
English very well?
Okay, the Commonwealth Games, we're talking about winning. Of course, Australia will obviously do well in the medal tally, but in terms of the women's
it's only
T20,
the women's playing cricket, aren't they?
it's just women.
I have
Why
a
are the
girl.
men not playing?
I don't know. Back in 1999, it was men's playing then, would you believe? So I don't know why
Yes.
they're not doing it now.
Roster
No.
will beat Mali.
Cody Simpson will win gold medal in the swimming.
Well, he's
And,
dating one of the top swimmers as well.
I have a friend of mine. Her name's Kay Scott. She goes to my boxing gym. She's going to her third Commonwealth Games. Kay Scott.
And,
K-A-
What
Ben
fighting?
Twist will win the singles
Yeah.
bowls competition.
Robert M is saying the Bunnies will lose to the Sharks. No way.
Norman does a nudie run.
So no one wants
We
to see
said we'd
that.
get one
No
point.
one
No
wants
one
to
wants
see
to
that.
see
That
that.
is true. And you have
No
to
one
film it.
wants to see that.
Don't
I
Keep
just
your
want to see
clothes
Norm
on,
run.
You're going to see run. Who, Babs or me?
man.
No, Norm.
No, actually, just breaking news. Rapakshi, who did you meet at the Australia
Oh
England?
my god, I'll tell you, like, we went to Sydney cricket.
Sonny Bill Williams? Was it Sonny Bill Williams?
Can I explain you first? Can I explain
No.
you, please? Okay.
All right.
Okay, we went to watch rugby game, but I know little things about cricket, but not of course about rugby. So I actually got the chance to have photo with Sonny Bill
Oh,
William, and he actually talked,
boo.
and at the end I don't even remember his name. Like we were supposed to do an interview, And I was saying, yeah, I actually got the, but I forgot his name. Now I remember SBW. It's a like new thing for me. He actually came to me and Norman and Sumona, and he gave
He didn't come to Norman. He just came to you.
no to
Yeah.
Sumona as well.
Yeah,
And
that's
and
good.
Rob Mitchell was
Yeah.
yeah.
And he was saying if you want more selfie, more like pictures, and he wished me good luck with whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, he's a nice person.
Yeah.
Very nice person. Like
He's very
gives
religious.
respect to people like
Not as
me.
nice as us, but anyway.
You nasty.
You're nasty, you hear that?
I'm just saying, we're nice people sometimes, except to
So okay, us running is talking about the Premier League, expecting Spurs to win the Premier League. Is it like expecting Bangladesh to win the World Cup?
anything's possible.
He's right, but
Yeah, we'll win the Champions League, but
in your
Yeah.
dreams.
Rapakshi, who do you go for in the Premier League?
With my friend Simona, with Chris and Norman Kostic.
No, the Premier League in soccer. Who do you go
soccer.
for?
Oh, I always go for opposite team, and they all were cheering for like Australia, and I was like, yes, England, you can do it.
She's talking about England rugby now. But no, do you go for Manchester, Liverpool?
Oh, more option.
More options?
Everton,
Everton,
Tottenham, West Ham.
Liverpool. There you go. She's going for Liverpool.
I
This
love
shit.
Liverpool for some reason.
Yeah, Arun Singh's right. Sonny Williams had a fling with Warner's wife. He certainly did. In the
Yeah,
Cloville Hotel.
And the close.
How long ago was that?
How will Broncos go versus Tigers?
Oh, no.
That'd be how will Cobos go. Mate, I'm not a Bronco supporter. I'm a Dragon supporter, and the Dragons will do shit against the Cowboys because we never win up there.
And the Broncos will beat the Tigers.
Which stadium? Which?
St. George.
Nah, the Cowboys will put a bomb up,
Yeah.
and they'll get a penalty, and they'll win the game. It won't matter.
Hey, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. At the end of the day, we were discussing this at work today, and
The guy's
Tigers-
offside. The bunker looks at it. The guy's off. What's the bunker doing, mate?
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Look,
Thank
at
you.
the end of the
He's
day,
offside. What are
the
they doing?
Tigers- No, the Tigers shot themselves in the foot.
No, the bunker's job is to go back to the play, and he's offside. What's the bunker doing?
Bugger all.
At the end of the day, it was a penalty. They
Malacca.
took the conversion, and they
Malacca.
took the points.
Malacca. When the bunker gets told to do, they went to the play and no one picked up he was offside. What is the bunker doing?
He was looking at the interference.
He didn't look at, but they go back to the start. Why didn't they look at the start?
Maybe the instructions were to check if there was
Malacca.
interference.
That was
Stupid.
bad refereeing, right? No matter what, that's the game's. That's just
Terrible
stupid.
officiating.
Bad.
Terrible, but it was really good because he was the referee
Absolutely.
that lost the third game.
And you know what? They sacked him for one game, and then what's that going to do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right, guys.
You know, but you know, I don't know. I think at the
Quick prediction:
moment,
Sri Lanka, Pakistan. We think that Sri Lanka's got the only hope or a draw. India
Draw.
versus West Indies. India.
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 Of course.
India.
West
India.
Indies. West Indies.
I would love.
Are very strong too, to be honest, because I know I have watched some series before, but I think India gonna win. I hope that good luck to them. I wish good luck to them.
Yeah.
What about England versus South Africa?
Oh, England.
England.
Yeah.
It's 1-1 in that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, you think
Yeah.
England.
They're probably right.
Ragati Rahella's joined us. Stoinis, David, Maxwell, Wade, destruction for opponents. Wade won't get another Guernsey. Maxwell and Stoinis will, but David, we don't know.
David
Yeah.
won't. I think David will.
Nah. I'm hoping
Tino
so.
Werner, they're sending where is shit.
There you go.
All right, so
think Robert M reckons India, he reckons England, and he's saying Sri Lanka that are going to win.
Well, that's a big one.
Well,
So, well, we agree that we think India, we think England, but he's saying Sri Lanka's going to win. So that's interesting.
Sri Lanka is the only team that can really win that game.
Oh, look, at the end of the day, Mike was right. You know, whatever happens in the first session will determine the result, realistically.
Yeah.
Could be over. Could be over in the first session too, eh?
Yep, definitely. Yep.
Depends on if it is it raining.
Is it raining in Sri Lanka at the moment, Noel?
Well, they were out for bad light, but I think it's been called stumps. So
Yeah.
At least out of all the grounds, they're probably playing the best ground of the whole lot, I think.
Yeah, okay. Well, Gore
was great venue. Like, how many venues you have right near the water like that in the world? There's not many, is there?
No.
It is pretty. Like it was, it's a nice place to sit there and catch the sea breeze and
beautiful
up in the players' box.
Yeah.
They were probably the best facilities that we had, I reckon.
And they weren't that great, were they? They were good, but they weren't for a test venue. You thought, because you come to what we have and you go, gee, we're lucky here.
Yeah, most definitely. I think probably one of the worst places that we had was not nondescripts, where you broke your thumb, Norm. That was probably one of the players' boxes was probably one of the worst.
Well, you know what I found? No aircon. In hot conditions in some of the venues, no aircon.
Gaul had aircon.
Getting told off here.
Yeah, that was the only one, I think. I think the others didn't have much aircon.
Yeah. Yeah, Gaul was the only one that had aircon that we were in.
Yeah.
Aaron Finch is the Harry Maguire of cricket. Do you agree, George?
I don't think Aaron Finch is as bad as Harry Maguire.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
They're both bad, but they both should give up what they're doing.
This is a perennial question. Is ODIs needed? I think not.
Well, we discussed that last week or the week
Last
before,
week,
saying that we think it's a dead.
You know what?
A dead horse.
Mate, I remember my childhood, and I remember ODIs was what I used to watch heaps. Especially, remember nighttime, you would sit home on Channel 9, day-night cricket, West Indies, England, Australia, New Zealand. That's what I grew up on, ODIs. Yeah, there was test matches, but the ODIs is where you'd be during Christmas with your parents and whatever, watching the cricket, mate.
Yeah.
But that's T20, Michael.
Yeah, but T20 doesn't have the same. I know it's a faster game, but maybe it must have been the plays we had back in those days, mate. The ODIs back then were just wow.
Well, that was something new as well for us. Like a little bit. Like I remember in Brisbane, we used to get all our cousins and my uncles. We used to all get together. We used to meet up at my dad's place, which wasn't far from the Gabba. We used to go down to the Morrison Hotel, have lunch there, and then walk down to the Gabba, and we'd sit there all day drinking piss, watching the game, and then we'd all go home.
And you know what? You're a wog. I'm not being disrespectful. You're a wog, and that's what you're. As a kid, that's what you remember. Like you think it was all Aussies, but it was Italians, Greeks. That's what we all enjoyed.
Okay, the biggest mistake they've made is having two T20 World Cups 1 year after the other. That's kind of cruel for ODIs because the concentration has been on T20 cricket and ODIs aren't playing for anything. And I think it was a mistake to have two T20 World Cups 1 year after the other, regardless of COVID.
I watch the ODI games now. I find them boring, mate. I find them boring. Test match cricket, tick. T20 because it's over quickly is a great thing to watch. But ODIs is so boring.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because I don't know. There's no more. I don't know. ODIs before was a real mix of. Well, back in the day, it was like a T20 cricket version
Norman is the
with
god of
Test
prediction.
match cricket. But
Ashwin, I
now
love you. You're a
ODIs.
great guest fan. What a great statement.
Norm is a joker.
No,
What are
he's
you
not
the
just
god of
a
prediction?
talented person.
Norman is a joker. I can't read it. My English is very bad.
Norman is the
Order,
dog.
yes.
Is that Norman is the dog of prediction?
Yes, that's
You're
probably
reading it backwards.
Oh, dyslexic.
Yeah.
There's a word for it. It's called jealousy.
There's nothing to
Let
be
me
jealous with, Peanut.
Viewers, just one more comment. Manly are not that they are the problem, not inclusivity and the religion. It's Manly that's the problem. Just to make that clear.
Pasaris, right hook, please.
Wow.
Right in the
Well,
head.
They are Manly are shit.
Oh, wow.
They are. Where are they coming at the moment? 9th, 10th, 11th.
Well, yeah, but we're going to be friggin' 12th or 13th come tomorrow, Thursday night.
4th or
Michael,
13th.
you know how bad they are? You know how bad Manly are?
Right, man.
They're on the same points as the Dragons, and the Dragons are shit. So what's that say about Manly?
Oh, we're shit, and we're going to be worse probably come. But that's okay. Every
But
dog
you
has
know-
its day. We'll go next year.
Hello.
but you know
Always
what amazes
next
me
year.
is
Babs,
that
read this,
Manly
read this,
probably
please,
have
Babs,
some
please
of the
read this.
best 5'8" halfbacks in the game.
He's good at prediction.
Well, loud, but Rapaxi wants to read this comment.
Let's see how my English is. Babs is good at prediction, but Origin, he is not good at. Oh, what is he trying to say?
Yeah.
State of origin. He doesn't predict state of origin.
That
Babs.
is that.
He's not good at this.
I think just we all can do is analysis, rest God knows, and their hard work.
No, what he's trying to say is Baz is the best, kick out the rest.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'm going to get that. I'm going to play that back on my 15-second little thing, that comment. We'll spend that.
That's what I actually say to my grandkids. Nono's the best.
Babs,
Kick
man,
out the
are
rest.
gonna lose.
But, Michael Anastasia, could you read this, please?
Oh, Rob, you and I used to be so close, mate. What are you doing to me? Babs, Manly are going to lose badly. I think badly.
Nice
Oh,
English.
yeah.
man.
I have coaching center. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. It just fees gonna be a little bit costly, but you're gonna speak like with confidence, even if you're speaking wrong.
She's talking about the comments. She's making. Okay, please don't predict. You predicting.
Someone is saying to me, I'm English madam, and I'm saying, yeah, I have academy as well. I give you full confidence, even if you are speaking wrong. You're just gonna be like, I'm the best.
There you
That's
go.
it. You've got to own it.
I'm not speaking like properly, but that's what it is. Alice,
Ashwin.
Norman daughter, I'm your big fan. Please say hi. Ashwin Karthik, hi. Love from Sydney to Darwin Street.
Okay.
He's only 10 years old, you know that.
He's a bit older than 10 years.
Yeah, and I'm 9 actually. You got it.
I didn't mean you, I meant him. The boy is only 10 years old.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
But he's just
How can I?
Oh,
Hey, how can I make a comment here?
Hi, Norman daughter. I'm your big fan. Oh, I'm getting fan.
Okay, I'm wrong,
now.
Gabashes. I'm wrong. Okay? I'm wrong. Not wrong about Manly, but I'm wrong at that time. All right?
Yeah, very wrong.
Comment here. We're gonna
Always wrong.
Babs has made a private comment to me, which is against inclusivity.
Hey, you know what? Surprise. They probably know it here.
Ashwin's actually 17, not 10.
17.
Sorry,
Akash Hawk has
Ashwin.
joined us. Akash Hawk, how can Kohli get back in form? Love from India.
Kohli's career, he's disappointed, isn't he? He's so disappointed at the moment, isn't he, Kohli? He looks like He's a lost sheep when he bats, doesn't he? He used to be so
Yeah.
confident. He looks like
He
he's
just
really struggling.
doesn't care. Care factor zero.
He looks very hollow.
He just looks like he doesn't want to bat anymore.
Yeah, that's right. He just doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
He's just contracted, like he's turning up just because he has to. Like me at work.
Oh gosh! All right, guys. We've got 1 hour and 25 minutes up. Let's wrap this up with a good finish. We've talked about Sri Lanka and Pakistan.
Norm's got to wrap it up.
Yeah, that's it. He's got to wrap it up.
I've got to have my dinner. So,
hey guys, it will take 10 seconds. It won't be long.
I want Harry at next week's show. We want to make it a big show. Have Harry.
No one likes Harry, mate.
He just swears.
He looks like death warmed up.
Remember his first time he came on? His first word was an F word or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a terrible start. Worst possible start on
I hope they do bloody retire.
Yeah. I think Windies and India might be on Fox.
Well, that's what I'm just checking that as I saw that. Is that true?
Because, well, they were showing England.
Yeah, but that's 3 o'clock in the morning, mate. 3 in the morning, isn't it? One of the games is 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
Well,
the
the
England South Africa is 3:30 and the Windies is at 11:30.
Yeah.
And the Scotland New Zealand's at 11:30 as well.
We're in a bad time zone, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah. We are. We need to change the sun.
Rugby video got played. Just to clarify.
Norman, you're the god. You're the god. Can you do something about the time zone?
I can do plenty. First of all, I can give you a spiritual.
I can, guys. I am actually can do some magic. I'll do something. You're gonna get disappear.
Wow.
Can you make Norm disappear?
Yeah.
Hey, she did it in the previous episode. At least I pressed on, but no. I can create the northern lights over Michael's head.
I can actually make us invisible. Do you want me to show you? Wait, I just need to off the light. That's magic.
That's magic.
Ashwin Kartik rather likes you. He said he wants to come to every show. Well, she's got her own shows.
Yeah, pay me well. I'll come every
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
we play very well.
Okay, just
I'll
quickly.
be careful about that.
Can you give me the line?
Just tell him that I hope you come back more often. I enjoy your company.
मेरी आपसे विनती है, मैं आपको रोज देखना चाहूंगी और जब मैं आऊं तब तुमको पाऊं.
Michael, can you translate? Interpret?
She shouldn't be swearing on TV.
She's not swearing on TV.
Oh, I thought it was like when I say fungulo, that's swearing.
Ayo.
Hey, Malakas, be careful.
Malacca, see? That's swearing.
Who is gonna win the
Nice, Cindy.
Hindi? Oh, yeah.
So most people here understand Hindi. Say how good the viewers are. Just tell how good Go on, say how good the viewers are.
मैं मतलब कि बहुत ज्यादा अपने आप को प्राउड फील करती हूँ जब नॉर्मन मेरे को इनवाइट करते हैं अपने वीडियो में और मैं बहुत बिजी होती हूँ बट स्टिल जितना हो सके मैं उतना टाइम देती हूँ. इस टाइम पे मैं इतना ही कर सकती हूँ बट अगर सारी चीजें अच्छी गई तो I would like to be I want to see myself as working like professionally.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
बहुत ज्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी because I'm at a stage like मुझे क्रिकेट की इतनी सारी आर्ग्यूमेंट्स और क्रिकेट की इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है क्योंकि मैं अपनी पढ़ाई और काम में बिजी हूँ. But if everything goes wrong, I'll be practicing as my side hobby.
So the thing is, guys, Michael, as in Babs, Giuseppe, and Doofus George, we, and including me, we're going to be taught some Hindi over the time because when we go to our audiences for the World Cup and when we go to India, because we're all going to go to India together next year.
Okay.
I'm getting the sponsors together for that. Guys, the first thing you learn in Hindi is namaste.
Namaste. Yeah.
Welcome,
And there is
hello.
actually, yeah. Oh yeah, you know.
Michael, do it. Go namaste.
Namaste. I think in Greek as well, you guys do like this.
Greek, we break plates. Do they break
In-
plates in Hindi?
Yeah, in Italian, we do it like this.
Okay,
I have
all
seen
right,
some, yeah.
okay. What's going to quickly teach us? Namaste is
Namaste.
means
Namaste.
Namaste means like
Namaste.
Namalaka.
respectful way of greeting someone. Like you guys asked before the conversation session, hi, how are you?
so namaste. What else can you teach us? What else can
Still
you teach us?
Japanese too doing it.
What else you want me to teach you?
What's
How do you
this?
say goodbye?
Goodbye, Alvida.
Sorry, say that slowly.
What about
Alvida.
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 Is that right? Alvida.
Namaste.
Alvida.
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 All right.
Hi, boy.
So again, namaste.
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 Namalaka.
Michael,
Namaste.
Michael,
Namaste, Malakas.
putting your homework. Michael, namaste.
Namaste?
Namaste.
How do you say Norm was a brute?
How do you say someone is a brute?
How do you
Like,
say Norm is a Malaga?
right?
What does brute mean in your book, Michael? What do you want to say brute?
Ugly, both very ugly.
Okay.
And नॉर्मन एक बहुत ही अच्छा इंसान है जो
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
very, very impressive. I like that.
Could be saying anything.
positive word. I
Yeah.
don't speak bad about
Yeah.
people and I expect the same.
Exactly.
We speak very badly about Norman. We
Norman's
unexpect
very,
the
very
same.
bad.
I think they all are jealous of Normal just because Normal is with me.
Norm,
Okay. Right.
Uh,
Now
Yeah.
let's keep this on track now.
all right. Cricket.
In Australia, other than I would answer.
Okay, quickly. Quick answer.
So Ashwin Karthik asked from me that what language other than English people speak in Australia. So I think Australia is multi people country from different countries. So according to my observation, whole of the world country people are actually a type of community in Australia. So language like Lebanese English or Arabic, Thai language, Chinese, whatever the countries, all of the language are spoken here. But the two most famous language are English and Lebanese or Arabic English.
Arabic, for sure.
And like people speak English, but in their different tone.
Yeah, different times.
Yeah.
I think Latin is a big one.
Sam had a fake English.
I think Ashwin,
Giuseppe speaks Italian, Michael speaks Italian, and George speaks Greek.
Also, what's his
Giuseppe.
name? Giuseppe is from Italy.
Yeah, look, yeah. What part of Italy were you from again? Naples?
We're from the South Calabria.
Calabria.
Part of the mafia. That's why we went to Grafton.
Oh my God.
He had some debts he had to pay off. Grow some.
So do you like Australia or your country, Italy?
Love Australia.
Yeah, me
He
as well.
was born here, but
I'm first generation Australian.
All right,
I'm
guys.
third,
All right, now
You third.
I want you to tell me
second.
the
My kids are
T20 World
third.
Cup. George, what are the teams that play the T20 World Cup? Obviously, Australia, England, India, Pakistan, West Indies, Bangladesh.
No, West Indies haven't qualified. Oh, well, they haven't qualified to the Super 12 yet.
Right. So who's in the main draw at the moment?
Hold on, let me, I'll bring it up.
Well, Australia, New Zealand, England,
Because he's
Afghanistan.
speaking for me. I want him on my YouTube channel. Yeah.
Where are we?
Guys, you need to also be aware of Rapakshi's channel, which is
I think I'm gonna explain
Explore.
my own.
Yeah. Right.
But first, I'll be beginning with cricket. Yeah. First, I'll make sure you all have to write it down because I need 3 subscribers today. 3 subscribers at least.
So her channel is Exploring
Have a with Pakshi Sharma.
Exploring Him with Rapakshi Sharma is her channel. All right. So Exploring, we'll put that in the message here. Just put a message. Okay. All right, guys. Finish off, guys. Tell us.
And then you can watch the actually Sunny Will Bill video.
She has a Sonny Bill Williams video on her YouTube channel too.
I've
So,
seen it.
Michael, please, I want your wise words as to with this World Cup, we've got your typical players. Do you really think the favourite to win and will win is Australia?
Australia will win the World Cup, and I think India and Pakistan are two dark horses.
Yeah. They come
If India get their batting right, they'll be very, very close. And I think Pakistan as well, because both of them have got pretty good bowling attack. I just think their batting could be the only reason that they don't win. The rest of the nations, I don't think have much chance. But if you're going to pick four, England's my fourth.
I agree with you.
So they're my five.
George and Giuseppe, do you think? I mean, we do traditionally say Australia the favourites at home, yes, but I think because they won last year, they won't have everything go their own way. There'll be an element of bad luck that occurs.
Oh, look, there's multiple things that need to go your way to actually win a tournament. You know, look, yeah, Australia won it. I don't know. It's hard to say. You have to go. You have to put Australia in the top four because obviously they're playing at home. I would like to think also that New Zealand being close to us would have a good run of form, but luck plays a big part. A decision goes your way or doesn't go your way, and a drop catch or a missed opportunity and it'll either make or break the tournament. In my opinion, you look at New Zealand when they lost the World Cup, in the penultimate over. They lost on a really bad circumstance. Australia, South Africa, when what's name dropped the World Cup in the semi-final. It's those things.
How funny was that when he dropped that? Like, I know it's there was key moments in
Not
every
against South Africa.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? That's actually a fair point. There are key moments in every World Cup, how you've won it and how you've lost it.
Yeah.
And that was a big one. South Africa's one.
Yeah.
Well, you go all the way back to when is it 1992 when the World Cup was here in Australia, and South Africa.
And Africa won the World Cup.
No, they never won it, but they went through
The run out. Where was the run out one?
Pakistan won too.
No, remember? Can I ask? Remember the South Africa the run out when Hansi, not when the big left hander,
Donald.
and what game was that?
Bluesner.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
game was that? Is that what you're
That was
talking about?
semi-final.
No, I was talking about the first World Cup that South Africa played in after their hiatus. So what's named that the opening batsman that was their captain played
What,
for
Hershey?
Queensland.
Was it Herschel Gibbs? No.
No,
Flower.
Graham Smith.
De Villiers.
no, he played for Queensland, and he also played for Australia.
Vessels.
Vessels.
Kepler.
Yeah, a couple of Wessels. So that was the World Cup that he captained South Africa here in Australia, and they made it to the semi-finals, and they should have made it to the final, but it got rained out, and they were in the tournament. And it's those little things, and it's those key moments that will make or break your World Cup.
Mate, I remember that day. I think it was against who was it against Australia or
No, it was
who?
against England or Pakistan,
And it was-
because it was Pakistan. England played the final.
I've got 21 in my mind for some reason. Is it 21 balls left or something? 21
Yeah,
runs.
yeah.
Finals?
Yeah, it was something like that.
And it got cut down to nothing and they had no chance.
Yeah, it ended up being like they had one ball left. But
Yes, and that's where they got in that new rule, Douglas Lewis system, because of that.
because of that.
Mm.
And they would have made the final, and they would have won. You know,
Yes.
and it's those things there. So that's why I say it's hard to predict because there's so many fine elements that can change it. So
Okay. Ashwin Kartik just wants to know what IPL team the Rapakshi goes for. Delhi Capitals. And this is her channel, Exploring Heaven with Rapakshi Sharma.
okay.
Right?
I thought we were being hacked.
Don't get hacked.
All right. So,
So
guys,
close your windows, close your doors, and then go to bed. I'll be.
Michael, did you hear that? Are you scared with your wires above your head?
That's why he's sitting up.
Actually, look, Rapakshi's entered Giuseppe's room.
Stop
Wires.
it.
I'm just about to enter from screen.
Okay,
I
Michael,
thought you only did
you've
good
got the
vibes.
right of last words because Manly and the debacle. Tell us your last words, your wise words.
I would love nothing better. I put a lazy $10 or I can't remember now on Manly 1-12 tomorrow. I am hoping that the guys that step up, you know, sometimes when you just step up against the odds, something happens. And look at Queensland. Let's be
Queensland
serious.
do it every year.
We're at Brookvale Oval. If things go Manly's way, I'm hoping that Manly can do enough to win the game. But
Yeah.
I'd love to see that 1-12 and just screw it all over everyone.
Look, I
That would
said
be
it.
good.
I said it before. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I reckon Manly will beat the Roosters tomorrow night.
It'd be a massive upset.
And plus, it depends on how the Roosters come into the game. They might think they've already won it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the Cowboys last week against the Tigers, mate. The Tigers kept on coming, and finally they beat the Cowboys. At the end, they did what they had to do to win it. But you see it sometimes in big games, the good side. Let's be serious. I say Queensland. Every time on paper, Queensland should have won that game, mate. I don't care who you are. It's like tomorrow. Manly should not win that game tomorrow. Let's be serious.
Yeah. But
They
they'll
should
win.
not. But
I love if they did. It'd be fantastic if they did.
Yeah. But you know what? Other hand, we could lose by 50 tomorrow. That's what I'm scared about.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
a couple of few early tries and they get a roll on and it's just
Over.
could be 80 or 90.
yeah,
So
that's right.
anyhow.
We
We'll
might
see what
unearth
happens.
a champion. We might unearth a champion. I mean, look, Bobby Fulton's grandson's in the 18, isn't he?
Yeah, there's some guys there I've never even heard of. Like I've never even heard some of these players. Haven't even played a first grade game yet. These are 7 guys who never played a first grade game.
Yeah.
It could be their only ever first game.
Yeah, like who debuts 7 first graders? No one does.
No one, no.
So
It could be good for
All
them.
right, guys. This was a fantastic show. Ashwin's made a comment there. What did he say?
He's saying, in my language, he's saying hello, Mitro. And according to you guys, he's saying hello, guys.
Hello,
Hi,
guys.
guys.
So this is Hindi for hi, guys.
Right.
Karthik, I
Hi,
he's
guys.
down, right?
Yeah. All right, guys. This has been a great show. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Michael Babs is always great. Giuseppe Doofus, obviously, with Rapakshi today as a guest. But we need Harry. I think Harry adds that bit to the show. Our 16th episode has gone really well yet again. Thanks, guys. And we're going to reward you with trips to India. That's my plan next year for the IPL. But only if you learn Hindi.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, Galan.
Alvida.
Alvida.
Arvida is
I
goodbye.
said it. Alvida.
What about Konnichiwa? Konnichiwa.
That's hardly Indian.
It's Japanese, though. That's good. That's Indian,
Konnichiwa.
Japanese, buonasera,
Yasu.
buonasera, Italian, and good night. There's 4 languages.
Don't forget Malacca.
Ooh, 5.
Yes, man.
Oh, my God.
Yes,
Not that well, is it?
All right. Good night then.
All right, guys.
Good night.
Let's see what
Nice to meet you.
Oh, hang on a second. Guys.